I got hairy legs.
You know the thing.
$1.9 trillion.
They don't call Super Tuesday for nothing.
I just want to mention to some of these reviewers that are somehow giving this 9s and 10s out of 10s after Spider-Man has literally made films for 20 goddamn years. This is stealing money. This is flat out illegal to just fake reviews such as 9 out of 10s, basically saying, oh my god, and just faking the entire plot. Anyways, I'm gonna add a time limit to describe the plot because it's gonna take a while. Basically, the plot starts as everyone hates Spider-Man for some reason. Why? Don't know. Because he's part of the Gotham Avengers and people forgotten that somehow. And they try to ruin his life? I don't think they're even trying to ruin his life. All we got was that, oh, some of these students are just taking photos of him because he's always popular. And then go and kick it out of college. Like, if anyone's seen that they got and kicked out of college, they'll be goddamn happy because some of the places in college is goddamn abusive as hell. So anyways, only 2 things that happened in his goddamn life. He decides to go to bloody Doctor Strange and basically saying, hey dude, can you like do anything at all to literally help the problems I have? Like, only 2 problems by the way, which is easily goddamn solvable. Like, most of the beginning of this film, I was just wondering, just change your goddamn identity. It is very goddamn easy. You're part of the Avengers and have advanced goddamn technology. So he decided to go to Doctor Strange because his friends gotten screwed over? No, they'll actually be praising you if you've gotten them away from that college. From what I remember, it's an abusive place. I mean, did these people even bother reading the original comics of goddamn Spider-Man? It's designed to be an abusive place. Anyways, Doctor Strange basically said, you know what, I'm gonna do an insanely dangerous spell that can screw over the entire universe, but the plot needs to happen, so I'm just gonna do it anyways. So since this Spider-Man is so unbelievably ungrateful, for him literally solving 2 easy to solve problems, he keep demanding stuff like, wait, everyone's gonna forget, how about this person, how about this person? And then literally the entire spell goes crazy and then he contained it somehow. Then Doctor Strange realized that Spider-Man's a complete idiot in this movie, and he realized, oh god, I'm in a god-awful Marvel movie, and tried to kick him out as quickly as possible. And then he had a bunch of villains in the goddamn past, and basically Doctor Strange almost imprisoned Spider-Man. I'm actually was close to praising that until he decided to release him somehow and do this quote-unquote job, even though he's a complete idiot in this movie. Anyways, they were able to imprison all of these enemies that he struggled in the past and took in them like 2 to 1 hour to beat in like 5 to 3 minutes. I'll get to that later. And then Doctor Strange was about to end the movie. I mean, it was like 1 hour and 30 minutes how it's supposed to end. But then Spider-Man was like, no, these people must have something wrong with them. They might have a mental illness. So we go into like the only good action scene in the goddamn film that only lasts like 3 or 5 minutes. And then Doctor Strange was trapped in this web area because somehow him having control of the entire dimension in that goddamn film and somehow lose to Spider-Man, and I was like, that's complete BS. Doctor Strange is purely made with magic and put him in his own goddamn dimension, and Spider-Man somehow beat him in like 3 to 5 minutes and portaled himself out of there. Also, I literally checked how long Doctor Strange was there. I timed it like every time he was in, and it only lasted for like 10 minutes. That's how much screen time he has. 10 minutes! Even though he's behind the goddamn cover, by the way. Anyway, Spider-Man trapped Doctor Strange in his own goddamn dimension, by the way. And Spider-Man is basically releasing these people and saying, I'm gonna cure all your mental illnesses. Even though your villains in the previous films killed tons of people and destroyed the cities, but you know what, nah, forget it, I'm trying to be a goddamn pacifist. Anyways, his idea was absolutely terrible because he forgot about Green Goblin and basically told the villains that they're not mental illnesses, they're gifts. And they're like, you know what, that's a good idea, I think we're gonna be imprisoned anyways, because again, we destroyed cities because we're villains. Anyway, Spider-Man basically said, oh my god, I made a terrible mistake, I wasted the audience time so much. And then all of a sudden, alternative universes of Spider-Mans came out of goddamn nowhere and said, you won't be a good idea, let's fight every single villain that we struggled to fight in the previous film for like 1 to 2 hours in one destroyable building. That is in the middle of the city, by the way. Not in the middle of nowhere, but in the middle of the city. How did these alternative Spider-Mans come out of goddamn nowhere? Because the writers are lazy. They just brought in some random nobody, said he has magic, and while they can create portals like Doctor Strange. Anyways, Doctor Strange does the longest spell goddamn possible, and then we realize, wait a second, all of the consequences about this quote-unquote spell is literally easy to goddamn fix, so the entire point of the movie was pointless. Anyways, everyone finally forgets about Spider-Man's true identity, and then Spider-Man can still be a hero that is god-awful at his goddamn job, god-awful at acting, a complete utter moron, and nearly destroyed the entire universe just because of 2 easy-to-solve problems. Anyways, I just described the entire plot in 5 minutes. So why the hell is this movie 2 hours and 30 minutes long? Because the story is simple as hell. I described it in 5 minutes. It could have been shorter if Spider-Man was not a complete utter moron by literally trying to destroy the goddamn universe and keeping the villains goddamn alive, releasing them in goddamn prison to destroy, I don't know, in the middle of a goddamn city. And also the action scenes are goddamn terrible. Like, I'm not expecting you to kill Spider-Man. He earned you a lot of money. But can you at least try to give him something that crippled him, like a broken arm, a broken leg, because he's going through bloody concrete and he's perfectly fine. And the alternative universe Spider-Mans, one of them got stabbed and he somehow walks perfectly fine, even though it stabs some important organ of him. Like, the one death scene this film has is so unbelievably terrible where I just wondered, is these people even bothered reading the script? Because this person is just slowly closing their eyes, not bleeding at all. There's like slight scars of blood, even though it's M-rated and they're allowed to literally show something extreme. But they're like, nah, she's dead. She's fake smiling and slightly closing her eyes, even though that's not how death works. The soundtrack is terrible. It is just atmospheric noise or sometimes complete utter silence. Also, this movie has the same goddamn problem I have with Games of Thrones why it's unwatchable. It literally takes 10 to 15 seconds just to say like a couple of lines, maybe 5. Like, this is a goddamn superhero film. There's no reason why you should take 5 to 10 seconds just to say a couple of freaking lines. Anyways, I would have gone on how terrible this film is, but since this film offers nothing for 2 hours and 30 freaking minutes, this is how long it's gonna be, 7 minutes. I'm just gonna put an outro right goddamn now. Don't believe in these reviews. They're trying to steal your money.
These tornadoes devoured everything in their path. And, you know, as I flew over here in the helicopter, you can look down and you see a house 20 yards away from a house that's devastated, and the house is in good shape.